Hello, welcome to the Detailing Basics training. This is just the start here. We're going to be doing some basic overview of what detailing is. So the basic way to say what detailing is basically what you're doing is cleaning, stripping, and protecting the vehicle. Exterior detailing is basically cleaning, protecting the car's paintwork, trim, windows, wheels, and tires, as well as all other visible components of the exterior of the vehicle. You strip it all down, clean it, and then protect it. That's the most basic way of saying what a detail is. Interior detailing is basically the same idea as exterior detailing. You do need a deep clean, then use something to protect it and keep it looking new. Another big factor of interior detailing is sanitizing the interior as well as getting all the nooks and crannies clean. There are thousands of different materials inside vehicles, and knowing what cleaning process to use is crucial, and that's all part of the detailing process. So the question is detailing, reconditioning, and restoration. A large part of the detailing world consists of reconditioning products. So to recondition the vehicle means to fix major defects and bring the vehicle back to life with its original parts. To restore a vehicle would mean to repaint it, remove and replace parts, stuff like that. So what most detailers do is recondition the vehicle to get it to look as good or better than it did when it was new by not repainting or replacing anything. So that's things like polishing the paint to bring the life back to it, make it a more shiny, glossy, better looking paint. So there's a million different detailing services that are offered. Detailing services are vast. Detailing services are anything you can charge for. So anything as basic as cleaning a windshield to doing a full paint correction with PPF, ceramic coating, and window tinting is all part of the detailing services list. So what you can really do is you can really pick what you're good at, what you enjoy doing, and really focus your energy on that. You don't have to do paint corrections and ceramic coatings to make a lot of money in detailing. There are plenty of detailers out there making $500 a day simply washing and protecting cars. So there's a million different things you can do. Whatever you like doing, I say focus on that, get really good at it, and start to charge for that. So scratch removal, metal polish, paint polish, streak-free windows, trim restoration, engine cleaning, glass sealants, glass chip repair, waxing, bug removal, brake dust removal, decontamination like a clay bar, smell removal, shampoo, steam cleaning, and the list goes on and on and on. It doesn't stop. So this is just a basic intro into what detailing you can offer. You can be the go-to engine detailer. If you just did engines and you went around and told every auto shop, hey, this is what I do. I detail engines. This is what I focus on. I learned, I spent the last year of my life studying and learning everything there is to know about engine cleaning and detailing. So this is my specialty. This is what I do. So yeah, you can also add engine cleaning and detailing to your arsenal of services that you offer, but it's just to give you an idea of what you can do with detailing. I know tons of detailers that don't do any kind of engine cleaning or detailing. They don't want to get near it because of the liability and hassle. There's so many different computer components and engines and things like that. So if you just got really good at that and focus all your energy on just doing that, you could make a ton of money doing that. So just to give you an idea of what you can do. I mean, as basic as being able to clean a window perfectly without any streaks or smears or anything in it is also a really good skill to have as well. So just think that you don't have to learn everything to make money detailing. You just focused all your energy on scratch removal, and all you did was remove scratches from paint. You got good at wet sanding down deeper scratches, maybe doing little touch-ups here and there. You could be the go-to scratch detailer. Everyone knows you for doing that. So like I said, this is just something to think about. A lot of different things you can do with detailing. So the basics of detailing are simple. Anytime you go to detail a car and you start on whatever it is, the interior, exterior, the wheel, the tire, the wheel well, the vinyl top, the glass, the shifter knob, whatever it is. Think of it as this. What you're doing is you're cleaning what it is, decontaminating it, sanitizing it, reconditioning if you need to do something like plastic dyeing or something like that, and then putting some kind of protection on it. So a good example of this is paint. So what you do first with paint is you wash it. You have to make sure it's clean. Then you have to decontaminate it. So anything that's stuck inside the paint, you have to remove. So you can do that with clay bar. You can do that with iron fallout remover, things like that. And then what you're going to do is reconditioning it. So reconditioning the paint is going to be polishing it. So these are just the basic things that you're going to do. So once you're done polishing it, you're going to want to protect it so that it repels things and doesn't get more contaminated as time goes on. And what you're going to do 6 months later is going to do the same exact thing because it's going to need another cleaning. So you clean it, you decontaminate it, and maybe it doesn't need as much reconditioning this time because you just did it 6 months ago. So you skip that step and go straight to protecting it. Does that make sense? So that was an example of paint. Let's do an example of an exhaust tip. So first you got to clean all the carbon off of it because there's a ton of soot and stuff on from the engine running. So you have to clean all that off. What doesn't wash off and what doesn't clean off, you can decontaminate. So you can, with tailpipes and stuff like that, a iron remover will probably remove some of the rust and things like that off of it. So that's a step you might want to think about doing. And then reconditioning it. So what you're going to do with the exhaust tailpipe is you're going to use metal polish and recondition it and polish it back up and get it to as shiny as you possibly can without degrading the metal too much. So, and then what you're going to do is put a protectant on it so that it repels things from it. So those are two good examples of the basics of detailing. It's very simple if you think of it this way. Everything you look at in detailing, you clean it, decontaminate it, recondition it, and protect it. So let's do an example of an interior dashboard. So the top of the dashboard is, leather, plastic, vinyl. Sometimes the older vehicles are paint, they're metal, painted metal. So what you're going to do with that is you're going to clean it because it's going to be dirty because there's going to be dust, at minimum dust on it. Most of them have grease on them. They build up a lot of dirt and stuff because of the flatness of it. Then you're going to decontaminate it. So what you're going to do is use probably some kind of all-purpose cleaner or leather cleaner or, depending on what it is, vinyl cleaner, something like that, to clean it and get it deep cleaned really good. Then you're going to recondition it. So reconditioning for plastics a lot of times is just putting a protection on it. So if you used like a dressing to recondition and protect it, it's a 2-in-1 step right there. And it kind of soaks in that dressing and makes it look a little more protected and a little more natural depending on what type of protection you use. So we get into that later in the course, but for now, just to give you the basics of it, detailing is simple no matter what you're looking at. You just need to know what products to use, how to clean it, how to decontaminate it, how to recondition it, and how to protect it. A lot of the products will clean and decontaminate at the same time. A lot of the products will recondition and protect at the same time. But like I said, we'll go into that in the future. Also, while we're on the topic, a big part of detailing is using the least aggressive methods possible. So you're not doing any further damage to the vehicle or degrading it any more than you have to get it back to the way the client wants it. All right, so that's the basics of detailing. So what's the first thing I would do the first day? Starting fresh, starting over. I've got no car, no shop, no money to buy equipment. I've got about $300 in detailing supplies, just enough to get by, do detailing. on a handful of cars to get some money in the bank so I can start my business. So the first thing I decided was I'm going to go mobile. I need a vehicle or maybe a little cart if you want to just walk around your neighborhood to start, which works. But what I'm gonna do is get a vehicle. Um, I found a lease for zero down and $249 a month to start off. So since I have no money, no history, since I have no money, I have to figure something out. So this is the easiest way to get a lease on a car for $250 a month. I now have a business expense due in 30 days for $250 plus the insurance on the vehicle. So that's where I'm going to start here. So now I've got a few $100s in supplies and a vehicle. Now how do I get customers? So what I recommend is if you have um, family and friends, a Facebook page with a few followers or a few friends, um, just start telling everyone that you're detailing now. Start telling everyone, hey, I'm starting a detail business. It's something I've been into for a long time, and I just decided to go for it. So if you or anyone you know needs a detail, just let me know. So you don't have to be a pushy salesperson about it. You don't have to start telling people their cars are filthy. You just have to let everyone know that you're detailing, because right now no one really knows that you're detailing. No one really knows that you're starting a business, and a lot of people really, really want to help out, especially close friends and family, to help get you a kickstart in your business. From what I found, those people that start off that are your best customers to begin with and put some money in your bank account to help you get started will usually fade off after a while, because they're not really looking for a detailer. Um, you, you just came across their path and they said, yes, I do need a detail, go for it. Uh, People that are actually looking for a detail, that are, say, using Google to search for a detailer near them, um, they're the type of people that you are looking for more reoccurring revenue from. Maybe you can sign them up on a monthly or uh, bi-yearly, or every 6 months or every 3 months kind of a plan. Um, I found that there was a couple of my friends and family that stuck with it for a while. So it's definitely a good way to start off, get some money in the bank, and just let everyone know what's going on with your life. So what I would recommend is sending a text out to everyone in your all your contacts in your phone that are near you. Send a Facebook post out with all of the same information. Tell them to call you, and then send an email out to your email list. Just let everyone know, hey, I'm starting this new business. I'm looking for clients. If anyone needs a detail, or if you know of anyone who needs a detail, tell them to give me a call. It's that simple. Since I've actually already done that, since I've started my detail business before and I'm starting over, I don't quite have that luxury. Um, I I gave up all my contacts, everyone in my uh, detailing business platform, including all of the people that first started off with me, including the friends and family that started. So I'm going to have to find all new clients. So what I'm going to do, the easiest way for me to get new clients is open a quick website and um, send some Google ads to it. Because when people go onto Google and search auto detailing near me, or something similar like that, I want to pop up and have them call me. That's the easiest way I've found to get new clients. Facebook ads are great, but Facebook ads aren't really people searching for detailers in their area. So I definitely start with Google. That is my number one priority. So what you're going to have to do is open up a website. What type of website you want, it depends on you. I've built websites in all different platforms. I don't have any kind of like coding knowledge or anything like that. I'm not some crazy computer whiz. But there's plenty of tools out there to help you start your own website. If you're looking for the SEO website, the search engine optimization website, I found that WordPress is probably your best bet. You can go to something like HostGator or something like that and start a WordPress site. If you're looking for the easiest way to start your own website, I would recommend GoDaddy or maybe Wix or something like that, something along those lines. Those websites you can build really easily. There's step-by-step instructions. There's people on support lines to help you through it all, and you can get your domain and stuff usually from the websites as well. So for less than $50, you can have a website up and running and ready to send your Google ad traffic to. So what you're going to need to do is build a website, which I'm going to do tonight. I actually found a job to keep me afloat just in case I don't find a handful of clients right away. It is winter here right now, and it's Southern California, so chances are I'm not going to slow down too much, but what could happen is it could rain for 2 weeks straight, and I could have hardly any business. So I decided to get a job just as a safety float, and hopefully I can replace it over the next 30 days while I do this experiment with my life. So if you're out there and you have a 40-hour week job and you say, oh, I can't do it, I have a full-time job. Well, you can, because I'm showing you exactly how to do it, and I have a full-time job now. So what I'll do when I get off work tonight is I will go home and make some videos on how to build a website and how to fill out the proper Google My Business is a good way to start and start directing some traffic. What you'll have to do is, I believe they'll send you a verification of address in the mail, and you can't run ads until you get that verification. So it'll be a few days before you can start running ads, so it's a good time to start messing with your website and go from there. As far as the website building goes, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to main thing is put your contact information on the website. You don't have to put a ton of prices and services and stuff like that. What you really want to do is capture, since you're paying for them to click the button to go to your website from Google, you want to capture their information. So you want to have a free quote button on everything, on every service that directs to a form where they fill out their phone number and email. What I do is I automatically send them a text message when they submit the form that asks them for pictures of their cars, because it's kind of hard to quote a car without seeing it. So that's a good way to start. People prefer text messaging over calling these days. It just seems to be the trend. So what you can do is actually set up your Google ad to focus on calls, text messages, and website visit clicks. So that's the main goal for the first day, is to get that stuff set up. You're going to need to, over the next few days, start filling out some forms to get licensed, and also find some insurance. You don't really want to go without insurance. I've gotten calls working on cars that are worth over $300,000. So their paint jobs alone cost them $50,000. So just a scratch or some kind of mistake or something like that could lead to you being completely bankrupt. So you don't really want to risk it. You can find garage keeper's insurance is what it's going to be called through your insurance company. And just tell them you're a mobile detailer, and your sales are going to be pretty low to start probably, so it's not going to cost you a ton. It'll be definitely less than $100 I would recommend spending over, $50 or $60. I'd try and get around $75 a month. Get a policy that includes, um, at least a $500,000 balloon policy in case something happens. So, like, say put a car in neutral and it ran over somebody or something like that, and they have all these huge medical bills. Worst case scenario, you're covered for something catastrophic like that, or uh, you know, it's probably nothing's going to happen, but it's just good to have that security behind you and know that you're covered no matter what. So chances are you're not going to need it, not going to need to use it, but people do like the fact that you're insured and licensed. So that's going to be over the next couple days. But for today, I'm going to focus on building a website and start sending some Google traffic to it, and I'll show you how to do that. I'll do a video with the screen share to show you how to do that, and I'll also probably make a list of detailing supplies I'm going to need. So I definitely need a detail brush, a vacuum, some kind of all-purpose cleaner, um, some car wash soap, 2 buckets, a couple of grit guards, a wash mitt, a drying towel. That's the main things you're going to need. Some microfiber towels, definitely a pack of microfiber towels, some kind of clay bar. There's a lot of different kinds, but I'll go over the options with the detailed training later on in the videos and show you what you need and what you don't need. Don't need to go buy a whole ton of stuff to get started. Honestly, for a few $100s in supplies, it could last you all month. So some kind of, let's see, for exterior, you're going to need a few brushes to clean the wheel wells and tires. The wheels, you'll probably need a detail brush for the wheels. And then car wash soap, car wash mitt, a couple buckets, at least 1 grit guard, and I'll show you the actual process of washing the car later, but that's kind of an idea of what you're going to need. Some kind of protectant, so a wax or a polymer paint sealant, or maybe a silica-based spray-on protectant of some sort. You don't need to get too fancy with it. As long as you put some kind of protection on the paint, you're fine. And what I would use is probably ONR. It's an Optimum No Rinse car wash to start, because that's going to be your best bang for your buck on your waterless car wash. What else are you going to need? You're going to need, let's see. Yeah, I think that should cover you to start off. All-purpose cleaner for the interior, and a couple detail brushes and some microfiber towels will go a long way. Brushes are cheap. You can find brushes for a few bucks a piece, so it's not going to break the bank. But I do like to have a lot of different brushes around. Maybe one hand scrubber for the seats and carpets, and definitely going to need a vacuum. And that's the main things you'll need to start. Some type of interior dressing. I recommend a water-based dressing. A lot of the newer cars, have a kind of a coating on the leather, and the rest of it's just plastic. So you don't really need to use dressing on it. Older cars with the plastic starting to fade and stuff like that, once you introduce a cleaner to it, it needs something to really soak it in to make it look nice. So I'll show you the products I use. I'll build a little list for you to get you started for the first month, and it should run you right around $300 to get started. So your first detail or two will end up paying for it. So that's the basics of today. Like I said, I'll get you some more videos and stuff about the websites and the Google ads to start off. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow or talk to you tonight.